Dr. Blythe, sorry to see you under such circumstances.
Mr. Gillis?
Rachel's inside.
Gilbert Blythe.
Where's Anne?
Gilbert.
I wish I'd made it to the service.
Where's Anne?
Anne's been ill with scarlet fever. She's just getting over it. One of the little ones had it first.
Gracious, Gilbert. Well, perhaps you shouldn't have left her then.
No, she insisted. She needs to know what happened.
I'm so glad you're here.
Yes, of course. Go.
Hello, Gilbert.
I took the liberty of putting some whiskey in this. Doctor's orders. Simplest cure for sleeplessness.
I'm sorry, Gilbert. You have your own troubles. Marilla always thought of you as she would her own son. She was so pleased when you and Anne finally came to your senses.
Rachel, Anne and I would like to make it very clear to you that you're to stay on at Green Gables as long as you want.
Thank you, Gilbert.
This is a most unfortunate situation, Mrs. Lynde. Marilla Cuthbert had been to see me about drawing up a will, but she died before the document was signed and executed.
What?
Therefore, the property of Green Gables and its contents are rightfully inherited by my clients, the McNeils of New Brunswick, who, as these documents attest, are the deceased's only living next of kin.
Yes, I'm aware of that, but certainly Anne must have some say in this. She was more than a ward, she was like a daughter to Marilla. Isn't that next of kin, if anything is? Well, certainly more than these McNeils. No. No, there is no will. Yes, I realize that. I understand.
No, I heard Mr. Simpkin is trying to locate the children's uncle out west.
She was adopted by Marilla. Well,
And what would farmers from away be wanting with Green Gables?
I heard they aim to sell.
You would have thought Marilla would have left her affairs in order. Clara, what do you mean? No will.
I believe tomorrow will be fine, yes.
Let's hope he puts up a good fight.
Hope he's got a darn good lawyer.
Once lawyers are involved, it costs money.
But it's Green Gables. It's got to be worth it to them.
So it is, Mrs. Lawson.
Can't just sit around here doing nothing. I'll go right round the bend if I even stop to think about it. I'm no jellyfish, but I can't help feeling cast adrift.
I promise you, Rachel, this farm will not be sold to a stranger. Now, Anne and I have some savings and some bonds that could be cashed. We'll buy it ourselves, and you'll stay here. Now, I'm going to Charlottetown to speak to a solicitor, and I'll be back as soon as I can.
Davy, what are you doing skulking around?
That man's out there again. He's the one who's skulking.
The house isn't sold yet, Mr. Simpkin. Kindly remove yourself from the premises.
I have a prospective buyer for Green Gables, Mrs. Lynde. He's definitely interested in purchasing the place, but he'd like to look over the property.
Not so long as I draw breath, you two-faced son of a beehive. One minute you're working for Marilla, and the next you're selling her house out from under her.
Rachel, please. Yes, of course, Mr. Simpkin. I should tell you that I am also interested in purchasing Green Gables.
Well, that's fine, Dr. Blythe. My client would like to close this deal as soon as possible. I expect that once he inspects the property, he'll make an offer.
And how much time would that give me?
48 hours.
Don't worry, Rachel. I intend to do this.
Who is this client of yours, Mr. Simpkin?
Your neighbor, Mr. Harrison.
Evicted.
Marilla would kill me if she knew what a mess I'd made of things.
Oh, Felix King.
I know. It was a terrible idea. I just thought somebody had to help them, and nobody was doing anything.
Oh, I've been completely foolish, Rachel. Oh,
Eddie?
Gilbert Blythe, what were you able to do in Charlottetown?
Well, I can get 50% of the money. That's all I can beg, borrow, or steal, Miss King. It's just not enough. It's gonna break Anne's heart that we've lost.
We've not lost yet, my boy. Sarah, Felix, Davy, Dora. There is work to be done. Now, we're going to call a meeting of those who know what Marilla Cuthbert really would have wanted.
We can't accept charity, Miss King.
Now, Gilbert, who said anything about charity? If a bank can arrange a mortgage, why can't a town? The town of Avonlea, I mean. Order, everyone. Thank you, Felix. You know why we're all here, I'm sure. Marilla Cuthbert's last wish was to leave Green Gables to Gilbert and Anne Blythe, I'm sure, but I fear that her wishes may not be respected unless we do something about it. Gilbert.
Well, I've managed to raise about 50% of the money necessary to purchase Green Gables. What I'm asking you to consider is a loan to make up the outstanding balance. Now, I guarantee that I will pay each and every one of you back as soon as possible.
Gilbert and Rachel, they're hoping that you'll be able to make a promise to them to support their purchase of Green Gables. Oh, I for one, have committed my meager savings toward their cause, as has my sisters, Olivia Dale and Alec and Janet King. Well, who will be next?
I will.
Archie Carson, well done. Oh, very good. Wonderful.
Mr. Simpkin, we'd like to make an offer to purchase Green Gables.
And you can tell that to John Harrison.
I'm afraid you're too late.
Too late?
The purchase of the property of Green Gables was closed at noon.
What?
I'm sorry.
I don't know what else to do. I'll find another solicitor. I'll challenge the McNeil's claim to the property.
Gilbert, we've done all we can. I think you should go home to Anne right now. I'm worried sick about her. Thank you for everything you tried to do. And you too, Hetty.
Rachel, I still can't believe it. You're welcome to stay here, you know that. In fact, of course, you must stay here.
Thank you, Hetty. But what about Davy and Dora? I'm going to lose them.
Let's think it over, Rachel. You know our home is always open to you.
I will. Give my love to Anne and the children.
I will. I'll be in touch with you soon.
Goodbye, Gilbert.
Whoa! Stop! Please stop!
Felix, what's the matter?
Mr. Harrison!
What happened? With your leg in that condition, Mr. Harrison, you won't be up and around too soon. I'd say at least a week bed rest.
I've got a farm to run, my boy.
Well, if you expect to run that farm for very long, you'll do as I say. Or lose the leg.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'll be downstairs.